Okay. Okay, greetings to each and one of you. Again, we're at Tony's barbershop, and this is the place where we have so many different topics, subjects, talking about religion, health, education, life choice. This is a place where everybody passes through and their reason, you know. And today we have our high priest. Can you imagine this? A high priest here, and he'll be talking about the whole thing about religion. I know he's from the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, and he'll be sharing his information about that and his vision, his foresight. And he's an elder who's got a lot of knowledge. I repeat, he's got a lot of knowledge, and he's an elder in his late, I think he's in the early 80s, you know. But trust me, he's an elder. He looks very, very good. Question they ask him, how come he looks so good? You know, we need to ask him that question there. High priest, elder, how are you keeping, sir? Welcome to Tony's barbershop.
Yes.
First question they ask you, how you look so good?
Well, many persons ask me the question. Even this morning, somebody came and they asked how old I am, and when I told them I'm upward 80, they said, well, I must give them the formula because they are just in their 60s and they say they are looking much elder than I am. So what I tell them, I said, mind over matter.
Mind over matter, right?
I said, if you ask me how I'm getting on, I'll tell you I'm setting my sail, how the wind is blowing, and adjust to suit the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And once I adjust to suit the environment, I have no frustration. And if I don't have frustration, I cannot commit a crime.
Right.
So I go further to say, well, since I'm in London, persons are saying it is cold. And many times I'm going out, I forget to even put on the coat, they call me back. So I said, you're not feeling the cold. I said, my mind, I know it is cold. So my mind, they're not feeling the cold, so my mind is telling the body, don't feel the cold. So the mind is controlling the body for how it looks.
Okay. So you're originally from Trinidad?
Yes, I from Trinidad. I was born in Trinidad, in central Trinidad.
Okay.
A place they call Freeport.
Freeport. Okay. So the question I need to ask you now, right? Give your full title of your name, yeah? And I know you're a high priest of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, yeah? Yes, give a little background about, but give your full title of your name and how you got involved in the whole thing with the church as well.
Well, this is what I was telling your friend a while ago because he asked me a similar question, and I told him that I was told by my parents I was born with long hair and teeth and cord over my eyes. And at an early stage, I don't think I was Joseph the dreamer, but several dreams and so on. And my mother, 3 months before my mother's death, she told us of a dream that she was not going to live. 2 months before, she told us of another dream. 1 week before, she told us of a dream. And in the dream, after her death, I dreamed how she came, and she telling me, because she schooled us how we must go to the school and learn our lesson and so on. So the 2 books and 2 candles and 2 Bibles were my life and her life.
Okay.
And as she in the world, she made a slip and she go to fall on the left-hand side, and she choose to pull herself on the right-hand side because the left-hand side would have been my life. And she scolded me again and so on. Then after her death, my father took us at an aunt, but the aunt had a miserable daughter beating my younger sister.
Okay then.
We was afraid to stay. It was a 4-bedroom house my father was living in. So he had another piece of estate with a cowshed. And we leave the aunt after my aunt and father went to work. We went and we bar around the cowshed, it was open, and we decided to stay there. So my father came and he said, how we are going to get along? Because from the age of 7, my mother taught me to cook, to wash, to start, carry out all what a girl could do. And I was the one going in the market with her, so I know how to shop. So he said he's not taking any other stepmother to ill-treat us. How we going to make out? Let us go to another aunt, or let us go back to the house when my mother said, no, we're going to stay. So he was forced to go and get material and fix it comfortable for us to stay. So how are we going to manage? I said, I am going to manage it. Bring the money and give to me as you used to give to mom, and I am going to run the house. He said, are you able? I said, yes, try me. So the fortnight he got paid, give me, I went to the market, I make goods, I direct him, prepare, we go into school. And I wanted to be a dentist, even before my mother died. Both parents had agreed. So in those days, secondary education, they had only 5 scholarships. And you had to be tops. I was not tops in education, so it was not possible for I to get one of it. So my father was not financially equipped to pay.
Okay.
So my 2 cousins, Cecil and Cyril, they were living in the capital, Port Spain. And they said, when I passed my primary, they took me to the highest secondary school in the country, QRC, Queen Royal College, to sit an entrance exam. And they are going to be responsible, but I'll have to come and live with them. And they would pay for me. After school, I would come with them in the dental lab, and I would get a practical knowledge of dentistry. When I passed my secondary, they'd send me to Oxford in London.
Right.
This was agreed upon. So I did not get the QRC result in time for school opening in September month. So my father mustered and he saved a little and sent me to a private secondary school for September to December. School closed in December for 3 weeks, Christmas vacation. And it closed the Friday, and the Saturday I went into the shop to do my shopping. And 2 fellows drinking and arguing. Nobody could read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. They must go mad. And you couldn't tell me as a child, this can't happen. And I went home about 10 o'clock the Saturday morning, and I started reading. And in less than 3 weeks, I read from Genesis to Revelation. This was in 1944. Okay. Hitler War was still on.
Right.
And after reading it, I was able to see creation. I was able to see what brought the flood. I was able to see the flood. After the flood, the Hamitic, the Ethiopian who led modern technology, built Babel, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, even the Ganges. I was able to see it's Ethiopian. And so seeing my best subject at primary school was history and geography. Okay. So the bad old days of slavery, and reading the Bible, I see the prediction by Isaiah where the Ethiopian and the Egyptian would be led away captivity to the four winds of heaven, naked with the bottom uncovered. And I see it fitting in the bad old days of slavery, that chattel slavery in Isaiah would have lasted for only 300 years. And my history in 1833-38, chattel slavery ended, but we are left under spiritual, cultural, and economic slavery. And I see the time Hitler War would end, the dismantling of the British Empire, all ethnic groups seeking their root or their heritage.
Right.
So India getting their independence, Israel return, and what would be happening. Okay. So I felt it was the time.
Right.
So I plunged off to get this. My father opposed me from going because he said niggers are no good, niggers is cursed.
Right.
Niggers have no chance. The last thing niggers will give to you a kick in the pants. I said I am prepared for the kick in the pants, but I must see that we get it. And I start off from there, and from one stage I brought organized Garvey movement, and in less than 6 months time I had 2,000 members with me.
So you started that movement?
Reorganized Garvey movement in Trinidad.
In Trinidad, okay.
Then the war